Okay, let's get everybody going here. All right, here we go. Let's go. All right, well, yesterday you guys saw we ended the stream with a crash, which has been, I think it's the fourth crash in the last 4 days. You guys, that's pretty strange that we're getting that many crashes because I usually don't. Although in season 6 we had a lot, but season 1 through 5 was pretty crash free. If it keeps crashing, I can tell you now, you guys know that follow me, that I will delete this program off of my hard drive. I will not. I mean, look at, we died because of the crash, just everything. It's just ridiculous.
Return soon.
So let's see. They're supposed to be doing an update today. I don't know. We'll see. They've got some major stability issues again, which is getting a little bit frustrating. Okay, we have, as you guys know, we have to do these over here for the, what do I want to say? For the journey. And in order to complete the journey, we have to do the season chapters. We have to do some of these hell tides. We've avoided the hell tide pretty much all season. Haven't needed to really do it. But because of this right here, well, let's look at it. Because of that right there, we got to do it, which kind of sucks. So we got to go get our threat level raised as high as we can. And as quick as we can, so we can kill as many things as possible.
I'm not ready yet.
The frog keeps stealing them back here. I'll grab them, and then he'll grab them. Well.
I must have enough fury. I'm not ready yet. I'm out of fury. I'm not ready yet.
No, this is not an earthquake build at all. Not at all. It just uses the ruin. The ruin creates an earthquake, but this is not the earthquake build, the leaf quake, any of that stuff at all. It's really about the simplest hammer of the ancients you can come up with. I did this build in season 1, and I wanted to see how hard it would be to bring it into season 7, because Paragon boards, everything has changed in season 1, everything. So I wanted to see how it was going to react, and it hasn't been bad, but it feels like I need to get my damage up. I mean, he's tanky as heck. He's not going to die, but he may take 20 minutes to kill something.
I'm not ready yet.
Okay, there's threat meter 1. We need to get it all the way. It has to be at maximum for this to work. So we've only got 20 minutes in here, so we're going to have to get it done here fairly quick. And I would prefer to find great big mobs if I could, so we're probably going to mount up and go for a ride.
I'm not ready yet. Don't have enough fury.
Morning, BMK. Good morning. Good morning.
Elder Fury.
Good morning.
I must wait.
Oh, we got a mud wave here.
I'm not ready yet. Not ready yet. I'm low on fury.
Oh, did I not drop one? Oh, this one I did not. All right, there we go. What's up, Swordman? Good to see you. Yeah, a lot of people think this is the earthquake build because they see the quakes, but it's actually not. It doesn't use any except for the ruin. That's it. I don't use the leap function. I don't use anything that except for a ruin that creates my earthquakes. It really is a very simple Hammer of the Ancients build. It's like probably the simplest you could come up with, I think. So far it's been okay. I mean, it's super tanky, but I just got to get his damage up, and a lot of that's going to be tied to Paragon and Glyphs.
Not ready yet.
All right, there we go, and that gave us what, 134. Let's go ahead and start opening up. We really want to get this threat meter to the max, and we're not making a whole lot of headway right now on it. So what, halfway? There's a big lag right there. Holy cow. That's huge.
Not ready fury. Not ready yet. Not ready yet.
Yeah, it's a lot more challenging too with not using just going with the Hammer of the Ancients is way. PoE2? Oh, I don't like PoE2. I like PoE1. I played PoE2. You guys can go watch the videos. I did it for quite a while. Didn't like it. Liked PoE1 better. I was a PoE1 veteran, so here PoE2 is just too dumbed down for me. I just thought it was just totally weakened. It just, I did not like it. I ain't gonna lie. I can name multiple reasons why I didn't like it. And a lot of the, not most, but a lot of veteran PoE guys have a lot of the same opinion I do. It's early release. It may get better. We'll see. But for me, going from PoE to PoE2, there really was no change, except for bad changes. I didn't see an open world. I saw still a segmented world. I saw no reason for a PoE2. I was like, well, why didn't you just add this stuff to PoE1? Because there is really not a whole lot of difference, except for you really screwed up the gems. You screwed up the passive skill tree and made it really weak. The ruins are totally stupid. The only thing good in the whole game was the bosses, honestly. The bosses were awesome, but the rest of the game, I just thought, okay, well, you just kind of made a weakened copy of PoE1. I mean, they tried to make it more new player friendly, and to me, it made it way bad. But we played it, and you know, we enjoyed the bosses. I ain't gonna lie about that. I thought those were pretty good, but the rest of the game, I mean, I was pretty critical of, to be quite honest with you. But a lot of that is, frankly, because I believe that it was people that played PoE1, like myself, for quite a while, it was hard for us to get used to some of the changes in PoE 2. But I mean, I played it. You can go watch the videos. You can go to my YouTube page. You can see it. I played Last Epoch. I played, you know, I've done them all, man. I'm an old man. I've done them all.
Not ready yet.
Well, we're not going to get our threat meter all the way up here. This is just too small of crowds right now. I was hoping when we did that boss back there that was going to do it, but it didn't. Let's go on. We need to find something way bigger than this.
I need time to do that. I need more time.
No, I have not tried Earthquake Whirlwind Barb. I did a Whirlwind Barb a couple seasons ago, but no, this is my main. I've got an alt that's Razorwing Spiritborn, but yeah, no, this is a Hammer of the Ancients. It's gonna stay a Hammer of the Ancients. I'm not gonna. Yeah, this is pretty much it for me on the Barbarian this season. We've got a Spiritborn as a Razorwing, and I would like to do a Druid, but I don't know if I'm gonna have time because I usually leave at mid-season and go play another game. So we'll see how it goes. I also still have to. I want to help people get geared up, get mythics, all of that. I mean, we're already wearing mythics here, so I want to help others do the same. I just have to make sure that I can carry them without dying. So. We do this every season, every single season. So it's really nothing new, especially if you're a follower of mine. You know, we do this every season. We help you guys get your mythics. We drop about 14 to 16 mythics every hour. These are pretty good. We've helped gear up a hell of a lot of people over the 7 seasons. Come on, get that threat meter up there. We got what? 17 minutes left, so we're almost there. Build is lacking in a couple things. He's really tanky right now. Like I said, I did this build in season 1, very first season. This is the first build I did. It's been difficult to bring it into season 7 because everything's changed. Paragon boards changed, equipment gear has changed, so many things have changed. All right, so there we go. Threat meter there. So for the journey, we have to kill as many of these dudes that get summoned when we hit the maximum threat meter. All right, we were at maximum. It's dropped down now because it fired. So we gotta get it back up again. It's gonna drop all the way down here. But a lot of people think this, they confuse it. People think this is an Earthquake build, and it's not. I use the ruins for Earthquakes, and that's it. I use another ruin for my war cry. It frees up a slot down below for me on the slot bar, on the skill bar, so. Look at that. He just did some damage there, huh?
I'm out of fury. I'm not ready yet.
This is where I'm talking about the damage. This is where it becomes most prevalent when I'm running. Like we went and tested and ran Durrell yesterday during the stream. And we were able to take him down, not a problem, but it just took forever because his damage is just not where it should be with this Hammer of the Ancients right now. We're working on that right now. That's what we started working on yesterday a little bit, because for a long time we were just working on making him tanky, making it so you really couldn't kill him. It was going to take everything you had to kill him. Which that part's successful. Now we got to work on damage badly. guess I probably better go open a chest too, since but if he's just fighting NPCs, I mean, he's fine. But it's like I said, it's when I go and test him against Terrell, I can see that Terrell's making it to the second phase, which he should never, ever, ever, ever do. And that tells me that I'm not doing enough damage to him quick enough. So we have to work on that part of the build, which we're going to get going on here. We're also trying, like I said, we're trying to complete the journey. And the journey says I have to do this. So this is what we're doing. I really haven't been in Helltide very much this season because it hasn't been necessary. With the new witch area, it's like not a whole lot of sense to come in here. Well, I guess we could.
Not ready yet.
Let's just come up this way. So this guy's already wearing 3 mythics, all right? And he really needs minimum of 1 more. He's using the Doombringer, but he also needs to be using the Grandfather for this build to work the way it is. He doesn't have the Grandfather right now, but we're working on it. All right, so we need another. Let's go.
I need time to do that. Not ready yet.
Where is this dude? There you are. I hear you. I just didn't know where the heck you were. Alright. Yeah, I got something on me right now. I feel the sweat.
I need time to do that.
Actually, we can go right through here. I see one. Okay, something back there shooting at me, I see. Trying to get the shroud, but the scrap about 3 grandfathers, really. Yeah, I might want to use the shroud. Right now I have the mantle, and the shroud is on my list, but I haven't decided yet if it's going to be better than the mantle or not.
Not ready yet.
Something's burning. I must be burning something outside. Something's burning for sure. It's weird. Yeah, something's burning. Let me go see what's going on. I smell something burning. Hang on, I'll be right back. Hang tight, hang tight, hang tight. Something isn't going good here. I have no idea why I'm smelling smoke, but I'm smelling smoke bad in this room, but I just went and checked everything, and it's because I have this system here that's, and it's bringing in air from the outside, and it's probably somebody's burning something outside. Just wanted to make sure my house wasn't going to burn down. That would suck. Well, we got what, 8 minutes left. Eight minutes and this Hell Titans left. Don't think we're gonna get, oh, there we go. We got another. According to the journey thing though, it says that it has to be at maximum. So I don't know how much of this is counting. We're gonna check it as soon as we get done here. I'm probably gonna have to go break away though and go open up some chests because I hate to just carry these cinders and waste them.
Not ready yet. Not ready yet. Not ready yet.
All right, so there's another one right over here. Let's go over here.
Not ready yet.
Got people asking me already if I can start doing boss fights, but carries. But man, I'm telling you, I just don't think it's ready. As many times as often as I've done this, the last thing I want to do is start carrying people and then having people die. It's just not very fun. And they scale, the bosses scale up, but really their damage per se doesn't scale up. It's their hit points scale up, but still it's enough that it can make it a little concerning for sure.
Not ready yet.
All right, well, I don't mind wasting these 96. I just would like to get this. Oh, we got 5 minutes left to get it up. I don't think we're gonna make it. Let's see.
Not ready yet. Not ready yet. I must wait.
It's a lot slower this season, though. I'll tell you, last season, day 3, we were running people through boss runs. On day 3, on season 6, it was so quick. But that's because the spirit board was so broken. It was just too easy. This season, not so much. Although, if you're using the Bloodwave Necro, you're probably blazing through content pretty easy, too, because it's pretty broken as well. Okay.
Not ready yet. Not ready yet.
All right.
Not ready yet.
We got 3 minutes left. Oh, we're so close to hitting it too. Getting this. Come on, come on.
I must wait. Not ready yet.
Not gonna make it.
I must wait. Not ready yet.
2 minutes left. 2 minutes left in this event. Come on.
I must wait. Not ready yet.
There we go. We just hit it. Now we gotta have hurry up and spawn. There they are.
Not ready yet. Not ready yet.
Okay. Well, there we go. I don't know how far we are right now on it. 473. Okay, so that was about a 200 jump. We're gonna have to do it one more. We're gonna have to run one more health height at least. That's all right. We were only in here for 20 minutes, and we came pretty close. So we'll go in another one here later. Got some other things I want to get accomplished here today. And that should be about it. 1 minute left.
I'm not ready yet. I must wait.
All right, well, that's good enough. We're down to what? 30 seconds. A thorn barb. Oh, okay. I did a thorn barb many seasons ago. It's a tough build. What's up, Faulty? Got your druid up and running. Wound up making a storm claw. Awesome. Still feels incomplete, but it's coming along. Lancer, your Lancer is a beast, James. Okay, awesome. There are some really interesting builds this season because they have done a good job, I think, of balancing most things. Of course, the Necro's still a little bit screwed up, but a Thorn's Barb is a tough build to play. What I would do, you made it through T2, haven't unlocked 3 or 4. For me to get through 3 and 4, I had to start tempering, I had to start masterworking a lot, and I had to start running. What I did is I went to and I started running like what is it? I think 60 unlocks T3. So, and what I did is I think I went down to like 30, 35, and I just started running. Thank you for the heart, BMK. I just started running low level, not low level, but lower level pits that were efficient, that I could get through quickly, and I could upgrade my glyphs. And man, they suck. Yeah, there's a lot of variety this season so far on builds. I'm seeing some pretty interesting stuff too. It just makes the game a little more fun, I think, to be able to do it that way. 7K, and I feel like it's kind of low. You don't use an ultimate. So you're probably struggling as far as, so here's what my guess is, Michael. Your Barb is probably staying alive. He's probably tanky as heck, but his damage is a little bit low. Is that what you're kind of feeling right now? Or is it the opposite? He's too soft and mushy, and his damage is super high. It doesn't sound like, though. If I remember right, my Thorn build several seasons ago was really tanky, but it took me a while to get his damage up. And I'm going through the same exact thing right now with this HotA build. You know, and of course I could throw I could throw ground stomp in here and make this a HotA earthquake build, and he would just destroy everything, but I don't want to do that. I want to make this just a very simple 100% HotA build. Enemies crumble, I just stand there. Okay, well that's good. All right, so what I would do then, load with low damage output. Damage is what I'm seeing this season on the Barb. Is if you're just going strictly like a Thorn build, it's a tough thing to get. My recommendation is, again, it's going to be all in. I mean, this is what I did, kind of like you. I made my Barb is right now tanky as heck. His damage is a little bit low. So what I really need to do is, and you can see right here, this is where the key is increasing your, strength. So you want to start really looking into this a lot. The very first thing, you could come over here to keyword and you could click on damage like that and see if there's anything near you that you can grab that's going to help you. If not, I would recommend getting your glyphs up. I mean, my glyphs are only at 68. And I'm finally just now starting to see damage come a little bit better. But I did like you. I made my Barb very, very tanky, and now I'm really having and bleed. Okay, well that's good to know. So bleed is another one that you should come in here to abilities for sure. Go in here to your Paragon board, come up here with this. Again, I would look at damage, but there's another one called bleed. And if you click on bleed, take a look at that. Like, I'm using some of the boards that actually use bleed, even though I don't really use it unless you're already bleed. If you're bleeding, then I'll take part of that damage, but it's not something I stress on my build. But if you are, definitely do that. But go in there and do that search and set this keyword search to bleed or damage and see if there's anything close to you, and then just start trying to get points. And I'm going to tell you now, points are so easy to get in these green areas. Paragon points, just level it up. They are quick, especially if you can get in here and find spores and spore fights, where people are fighting the spores. That's where the XP just rolls. Yeah, keyword search your Paragon board. It'll help you a lot. It really will. Do I like this or Diablo better? This is Diablo. Macalari. This is Diablo. All right, let's go. We gotta get rid of this gear. And there's really nothing here we're gonna keep. That's a nice ring, but we already have what we want. So No, don't worry about it, Michael. No, don't worry, bro. I'm here to help. And very soon, I'm hoping like in next week sometime, maybe, we're going to start doing boss runs and bringing people through and get farming mythics. And we usually average about 14 to 16 mythics an hour. So be sure to catch me in another week or so when this character's ready. And we'll start doing boss runs and get people geared up. Get them geared. Right now, I'm wearing the Doombringer. I'm wearing Hair of Perdition, Ring of Starless Sky. So 3 mythics. I need the Grandfather here. And I don't know if I want to use the Mantle or if I want to use the Shroud of Death. I don't know yet. I'm not super sold on the Mantle, but it's also, I think, waiting for a bug fix that I think is supposed to happen today. Yeah, there you go. Found the Grandfather and the Harlequin. There you go. Yeah, mythics are dropping like crazy. Truly, they really are. What was I gonna do? Oh, let's go. We're gonna go do this. As much as I hate it, we have to do it. And so let's go up here. I am a big pit hater. You guys that have been following me since season 4 when the pit came into fruitation. Season 4 PTR, I hated it, and I hated it ever since. I just think it's super, super boring. We're gonna lower this so it's a little faster. We'll go 75. Awesome, Spanky. Good, good. That's awesome, man. All right, let's go. Now we're in the pit. So now, guys, I probably won't see too much of the chat at this point. Did I get done?
Not ready.
Although this is a pretty easy pit. I mean, 75 is not. I just gotta get a hit on the time first before I start dicking around with.
Not ready yet. Not ready yet.
My frog, you just gotta pulling these people back here to you, man. I'm actually thinking about replacing the frog because of that right there. It's starting to kind of get on my nerves a little bit. And the frog isn't what I want to use anyway. I just started using him because he was kind of cool in the beginning. At lower levels, he was really cool, but his powers are kind of so-so once you get to Torment 4. We did an experiment the other day where we turned them all off. We took them all off and ran, and it was really no improvement with them on. I mean, I don't know. It was like maybe minuscule the death rate, but for the most part, there wasn't a big difference using witch powers and not using witch powers. You can do the experiment yourself. Turn them all off, go run without them, then turn them all on and go run with them. See what you get. It's very minimal, to be honest. But lower tier, like Torment 1 through 3, I thought they were really powerful. In fact, what we did is one day we did an experiment where we didn't do any damage. We just ran and just went like this and got next to something and let that poison that's around me just kill them. I was pretty impressed with that. But as we've gotten to Torment 4, they haven't been good. Or, I don't think they scale up very well.
Not ready yet. Not ready. Not ready yet.
Barbarian, the best build this season is probably it's going to be either the Stomp Earthquake or Whirlwind Earthquake. They're both doing really good. There is a build Stomp Earthquake with a HotA that's supposed to be pretty good too. This build doesn't really use Earthquake. I mean, it's using it as the Ruin, but I mean, it's not something that this build is built around at all. I mean, if I would put in the Stomp into this build would just destroy everything instantly. So, but I don't want to. I want to make it Season 1. This is the very first build I did in Season 1. So we're trying to make it again in Season 7. With all the changes in Season 7, it's been a bit of a challenge. Compared to Season 1, a lot of changes. Yeah, the monsters resist goes way out. That's what I said. It doesn't really scale properly. You know, it's very tweak it, but they won't. It's a seasonal thing, so quite frankly, Blizzard doesn't really care, to be honest.
Not ready yet. Not ready yet. I must run. Not ready yet. Not ready yet. Not ready yet. Not ready yet.
It's not how it works, Sam, but it doesn't scale proper. It's not proper. I think it's once you get to T4, it's kind of shit. T1 through T3, the wrist powers scale very well. They do a good job. But when you hit T4, it's just off by just. I mean, it's just enough that when you can turn them off and you don't even notice the difference. I mean, it's just I don't know. That's my opinion about it. I think I was pretty impressed with the early game, but later game, not so much.
Not ready yet.
There's actually a pretty big discussion about it on the forums about the witch powers and the scaling, but like I said, Blizzard's not really going to do anything about it because it's not that big of a deal, to be honest. It's just something that a lot of people, and myself included, have noticed that scaling is just a bit off when you get to T4. The powers are a little bit too weak.
Not ready yet.
Yeah, my build is not a. This is just a build that I did in season 1, and it's not a meta build at all. But it's a fun build to play, and it's super easy. The only problem with this build is what I've noticed bringing it from season 1 to season 7 is because season 1, again, like I said, you could have as many Paragon boards as you wanted. You could do a lot of different things, but now you can't. And so I've noticed that I've had to make it a little more gear dependent, which I really didn't want to do, but yeah,
Not
it's
ready.
become a little bit more gear dependent than I had planned. Not a little bit, actually a lot more gear dependent than I had planned, to be honest. I mean, we're wearing 3 mythics now, and really it's going to be 4 in the end. And there is a good possibility that if we decided not to use the mantle and went with the shroud, then it would be 5 mythics. So yeah, this guy's wearing a lot of mythics. A big lag. Oh, that's weird.
Not ready yet. I must run.
Yeah, well, the HotA Quake also used Stomp. I mean, so I mean, the HotA Quake uses. I mean, if you look at my build, I don't use any. I'm not using any Earthquake. Nothing. The only Earthquake I'm using is because of the Ruin that I'm using. This one takes care of my War Cry, and this one takes care of my Earthquake. It just does all the Earthquake. So And this is a true blue, 100%, nothing more than HotA. Really, I mean, it's grasp I've always been a complainer of. I don't really like it, but I use it because it marks them vulnerable. Which is really the only reason I use it. Pulling them into me doesn't help because I'm using the frog as one of my witch powers. And if you notice, you see these guys who get pulled over my head, the frog pulls them out of my group every freaking time. This is where I usually see the problem with my build right here is the damage is just too low. He's tanky as hell, but he's just not producing enough damage right now. He's close, but we need to get it where
I'm not ready yet.
Well, we spent a lot of time just making him a tank, and now we need to spend time getting his damage up for sure. That's why I want people to understand. I'll show you here in a minute, because I've had this every season. People have brought this up, and I try to explain it. So let me see if I can bring it up here. So this number right here, attack power. People always confuse that and think that that's damage related, or I mean, it is, but this. The higher this number is doesn't necessarily mean you're going to do more damage. It just doesn't work that way. It's more of a, I wish Blizzard wouldn't call it that, attack power, because it kind of is confusing to a lot of new players. So many things work differently, like for each build, each class. So like if your class is all about it needs critical strike chance, it's critical strike damage, well, that's going to be way more important than this attack power. It's a confusing number, I think, for a lot of people. No, I don't want to put exploiters on my boots. Honestly, guys, this build is exactly how I want it. I've done this for a many years, and not just Diablo. I mean, it's coming. It's gonna get to where I want it. It'll be just fine. And hopefully we'll be able to start running people through for mythic gear here very soon, like we always do. We're getting there, guys. I know some of you are getting impatient, and I know, but we're getting there. You know what? I just ran that whole thing and I didn't upgrade my glyphs like a dumbass. The season's okay. It's better than what I thought it was going to be. I was going to skip the whole season. I was going to stay in PoE 2, but the season's okay. It's the further I go, I'll tell you why. The further I go, the worse I like it, because now I'm at that point in the game where you have to run the pit over and over and over and over and over to do your glyphs. And that's where I don't like it. I have not played the Cat Druid. I have in past seasons, but not this season. No, the Cat Druid is a very powerful build this season, as a matter of fact. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to go back through the portal right now. But yeah, you can definitely, like the Cataclysm Druid this season, I think, and I might be wrong, but I think it's an S tier build. I think it may have dropped. Druid and Barb are really my two favorite characters in the game. They always have been. So yeah, I do have a Spiritborn. I have a Razorwing Spiritborn as well in this season. It is S tier still. Okay. I thought it might be. You're struggling to get a good build for the Barb. I would recommend right now, I think the best build for the Barb is going to be Earthquake related. It could be Whirlwind. You could use Stomp. There's several builds, I think, for the Barbarian. I want to say Earthquake build is either, I think it's an A tier, maybe it's an S, but I think it's an A. Whirlwind, I think, is also an A. Yeah, me too. I think this build is probably, I think we looked it up the other day on the stream for people to see. It was a B tier, and I like it. I'm still enjoying it. Now, the build that was the B tier is way different than mine because this is my own build. But yo, this Leap build is a blast. I did that one last season too. That was another fun one. You missed the Amazon Lightning Spear build from D2. What do you mean by tiers? So by tiers, like tier 1, 2, 3, 4, tier 70 pit, tier 150 pit. Why did I use the word? Did I say it differently for something else? I don't know. I don't remember. All right, well, I still gotta do these stupid things. Gosh dang it. I don't have much more to do. We have to get, well, we still need almost 200 of them. Oh yeah, we're talking about build tiers. Okay, yeah, and S tier means, S tier is like the best. All right, S tier build is the best. A tier, an A tier is like right below. Then it goes B, C, on down. So if you are doing an S tier build, you're using a build that's probably just gonna blow the socks off of most things in this game, or I should rephrase that because season 7's balanced a lot better. You're gonna get through the end game content a lot easier. Well, end game content there really is none in Blizzard. It's just bosses. But like if you run right now, if you go run the Necro Blood Wave, you are gonna just annihilate everything. It's a very broken build. It's really goofed up. It's like the Spiritborn last season, maybe a little worse actually. It's pretty broken. All right, so we're gonna go in here. We gotta go raise our threat meter up again to get this journey junk done. Yesterday we've had, I mean, well, it's been the last 4 streams. This game has crashed, and you know they did a quick patch last week for stability, and it made it worse. It's way worse. For me, anyway. I mean, I'm on a PC. I don't know what other people are playing. Why did I do that? I don't know what other people are playing on, but I can tell you that in my case, the crashing went from never a crash to now a whole lot of crashes. All right, so I guess you can only go through that one way. We'll go there then. We want to get our threat meter up as fast as we can. We tried using the boss last one, it didn't really work. The boss doesn't really, threat meter didn't jump like I thought it would. We did better just doing this, trying to find great big mobs and killing everything. There we go, there's the first one. Need to get all the way to the back, so.
I'm not ready yet.
Yeah, all the Barb Quake ones are tier S tier. See, mine's not. This isn't. All the Quake ones. So Whirlwind Quake and everything. Stomp Quake are S tier now since they fixed the mantle. That's interesting. I haven't been super impressed with the mantle, so I've actually been debating on replacing it with the Shroud of Death or not. I'm not sure yet what I want to do with it. I'm still kind of playing with it and seeing what I want to do.
I'm not ready yet.
What's up, Big Hurt? Good to see you. Blood Wave, yeah. Yeah, locked in right on that one, yep. Yeah, Blood Wave is definitely broken. Appreciate that. Appreciate it, Gezrox. Appreciate it. I'm not a pit guy, bro. I don't try to run high pits. I run whatever the level pit I have to get my glyph up, and that's it. I think it's at 80 right now, and I think last season the highest pit I did was 115, maybe 120. I don't know, but yeah, I'm not a pit guy. I hate the pit. I absolutely hate it. I don't want to run it if I don't have to. The only reason I do it is for my freaking glyphs. But yeah, I'm not out to run high pits. I'm not out for the achievement. I don't want any of it. I hate the pit. I hate it. I complained about it during the season PTR 4 PTR when it first debuted. I hated it. I still do. That's not how I measure my build on the pit. I know a lot of people do, but I don't. I measure my build on the pit by Durrell. If I can kill Durrell before he gets to the second wave, that's all I care about. Because then I know I can carry my clan members through and other members through and get mythics over and over and over and over. That's all I care about in the game. I don't care about really anything else. I don't care about achievements, none of that. I usually by mid-season I'm gone. I leave and go play another game because I've already done everything I wanted to do with this game. Yeah, I'm not a pit guy at all. Not at all. Season 5, I didn't run the pit once. Not one single time because you didn't have to. You could get everything by doing the Infernal Hordes. So that's what we did. We never ran the pit. I wish they would go back to that because forcing me to run the pit really makes me dislike the game that somewhat, to be honest. Because like I said, I enjoyed this season until I got to this point in the game where now I'm being forced to run the pit to level my glyphs, and I hate it. Oh, I thought I had a key. Guess not. You're currently working on a necro build? There's a lot of good builds out there for everything this season, really. There really is. Like I said, I have a Spirit Wave Racer Wing that is really fun. Okay, there's the next phase. We gotta get the maximum threat level. Oh, I'm gonna leave this thing again? This is a small area, isn't it? Oh, that's just where I'm at, though.
I need time to do this.
Nah, PoE2 is not better, bro. I played it. Go watch my videos on YouTube. I'm a PoE1 guy, not PoE2. Sorry, but I was glad this season started so I could leave PoE2 because it is the most dumbed down game. The bosses are great, but the rest is just a really dumbed down version of PoE1. There's really absolutely nothing new added to the game except for bosses. That's it. No open world, no nothing. The passive skill tree has been totally dumbed down than what it really has. The gem system is gate kept now compared to what it was before. I hate the ruin system. I mean, bro, I could go on and on and on because I played PoE1 for a long time, and I'm telling you. Now, granted, PoE2 is an early release. It'll improve, but there's core elements of the game that won't improve. I mean, they are what they are. Ruins aren't going to go away. They're going to be there, and they're just stupid. Gatekeeping gems is just ridiculous. I mean, it's just a different game. It's totally, you know, I don't know. A lot of PoE vets, I think, feel the same way as I do. I've heard it a lot. It's just a really bad version of PoE1 is what it is. I find it so funny that people that didn't like PoE1 love PoE2. Why? Because it's so dumbed down. It's, I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm pretty critical of the game at this point, and I'm sure they'll make it better. I'm sure it'll improve, but I'm not sure it's something that I want to spend my time on. Maybe 11 years from now, just like PoE1, where 11 years later it became a great game. It may be the same with this. So yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, but I disagree. I don't think PoE2 is much better than anything right now. I don't think the Vessel of Hatred is worth it at all. I think the DLC, unless you can get it dirt cheap, because you need it for certain things in the game now, but I don't.
I must wait.
My thoughts on this game is this was the perfect game for me to have when I was playing PoE1. Because this game, and when I was working, because now I'm retired, but when I was working, I'd come home and my brain hurt, and I didn't want to think. This is the perfect game to go play. Because it's very simple, it's very easy. It's, you know, you can come in here and have a lot of fun without really stressing yourself out at all. You know. And it was a good game that when PoE1 kind of got under my skin and got frustrating sometimes, I would leave and go play this for an hour, 2 hours, and then go back, and I felt better. Honestly, in my honest opinion, Last Epoch was better than PoE2. I was a guy that was big hyped about PoE2, but after playing it, I probably wouldn't go back to streaming it unless some really big changes occurred with it. I thought Last Epoch honestly was better than PoE2. It was PoE2 for me was a disappointment. Thank you for the follow, appreciate it. If you understood endgame PoE, you wouldn't care about prices going up. What are you talking about, bro? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know anything about prices in PoE. Played PoE forever. I have no idea what you mean.
I must wait.
Complain about prices at all. What are you talking about, bro? I never said anything about currency at all about PoE. What are you talking about?
Not ready yet.
Never once. I talked about the DLC for this game, the Vessel of Hatred, the price on it. Absolutely nothing about PoE currency, man. I never had a problem with PoE currency. I don't even know what you're talking about, to be honest with you. I'm going, what is this dude talking about? Misunderstood, bro. The guy was talking to me about Vessel of Hatred, the DLC for this game. And I told him I would not buy it unless the price went way, way down. PoE is free, and the currency, I don't know why anybody would be buying currency in PoE at all, but
I must wait.
currency is free, especially PoE 1. The currency is super easy to farm. Super easy. And PoE 2, a little bit more difficult to farm, but still, I mean, once you get to a certain point in the game, it all starts dropping pretty fast, especially once you get into maps. Everything is dropping pretty quick. It's not like a problem with the currency at all, I don't think.
I'm not ready yet.
Yeah, they're keeping the jewels. They do keep the gems, the skill gems. They're gate capped, period. I mean, there's no if, and, or but about it. You can't get this gem until you're level 28. That's gatekeeping.
Not ready.
In PoE 1, that is not how it works. It's RNG. So you can get a great gem if you're only level 10. You don't have to be, oh, I can't do this build because I have to wait until I'm level 28 to get that skill gem. That's gatekeeping. That's something that PoE 1 never did. Hence the reason why I hate it. I hate the way they do the gems in the game. I hate it. Really do. I hate the ruin system. I think they're absolutely worthless. The passive skill tree is so dumbed down and less powerful than it was in PoE 1. I mean, bro, you can have your opinion and I can have mine. And mine definitely is very critical of PoE 2. Was very disappointed. Very disappointed. Bosses, love them, but that was about it for me. Greg, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
I must wait. I must wait. I need time to do that. I must wait.
All right. So what do we need? How many more? Oh, we're close. We're close. We're close.
Not ready yet. Not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. I must wait.
Yeah, the Barbarian has been a pretty fun build this season. I mean, but the Barbarian is my favorite character in the game. It always has been. Barbarian and Druid. Come on. There you go.
Not ready yet.
My Necro's rocking it. You're not lying. It's seen unique legs built for it. Yeah, the Necro is something this season, man. Sorceress, yeah, Sorceress got some good stuff too. I played Sorceress, had a lot of fun with them before. Yeah, absolutely, I agree. I think the one that I liked last season was Spiritborn because it was so broken, and I made my build. And like I said, on day 3, we were totally mythic geared. We were running my followers through dungeons to get them, bosses to get them mythics. It was just way too easy. But this year, I got a Spiritborn Razor Wing, and I'm liking it.
I must wait.
Okay.
I must wait. I'm not ready yet.
All right, what do we got left here? 15 minutes in this. If we could get this threat meter up one more time before it ends, we would probably be able to get enough. That's what we want right there.
I must wait. I'm not ready yet.
Yeah, last season was just too simple. It lost a lot of fun. We left the one and played PoE 2 when it got released, or early release, and then came back when this season started. This season has been interesting. I've enjoyed it. It's just, here's where I have a problem with this game is every season you get to this point in the game where you're kind of stuck doing nothing but pit runs to get your glyphs up, and the pit runs are pretty boring. I mean, and I really am not happy with no endgame content. I would have preferred endgame content than the armory. I think the endgame content would have been a wiser decision, but honestly, they don't know what to do for endgame content. Me and another streamer, Chumbo, we kind of have a contact at Blizzard. Not kind of, we do. And question of, well, what do you mean you want endgame content? You want us to do maps like PoE? And I'm like, no, I just want endgame. I want you to come up with something. And I gave them a couple ideas, and they were like, well, we don't really understand how that would be necessary. You know, but what an easy, super easy endgame content fix for them. I don't know if you guys have played season 1 back in the season 1 days, 2 and 3, but you used to choose when you ran a boss. You had a drop-down menu that you would choose if you were going to run a torment or were you going to run it regular? So why not give us that back, only then have it be like, you know, I don't know, Torment, go from Torment 5, 6, 7, just for the bosses. So you can really increase their difficulty level. It's not really endgame content per se, but it might make things a little more interesting, I think. But they didn't like that idea when I brought that.
Not ready yet.
Yeah, I missed the torment levels, but I think was a good idea, but we'll see what they do. I mean, I think they're getting pressure now because a lot of people are saying, okay, great, you gave us an armory. So what? Yeah, I could use it better if I had endgame content to switch gear between, you know, but we'll see what they do. Blizzard's weird. I mean, I played World of Warcraft for a lot of years, almost 20, and they were weird with that game too.
Not ready yet.
I actually left World of Warcraft when Pandoria came out because Pandas were a little bit stretching it a little bit. So I should have enough now, right? We can't look yet. Let's do this first. Appreciate it, Serpent. Appreciate it. Let's look. Oh, I think the armory is really good for like people that like to do a lot of builds like myself. Like every season, you know, I do 6, 7 characters. So the armory is, but my concern was with Blizzard is the armory something that the average user's asking for? Or are you doing this because there are a couple of streamers that have too much of your attention? I'm gonna tell you straight up. One, the Paragon 300 Paragon idea, 300 point Paragon idea, which I think is really lame, but that came from really one streamer who was a great idea, bragged about it. He thought it was the best thing in the whole world, some sliced bread. And I thought it was like, why? Why? Well, you know, just give me all the points at the beginning then, because 300 points in my Paragon board basically fills my entire Paragon board. And I'm like, well, why? What's the point of that then? You can make any build great if you get 300 points in your Paragon board, trust me.
Not ready yet.
I like the way it was before, but you can use multiple. I mean, like this build I did in season 1, right? But we used 8 Paragon boards, maybe 9. I think it was 8. It's now the way they've changed it. You can only use the 5, and you're limited there. But I mean, they had to make some changes, and they still do probably, because there's still a lot of issues with the game. Well, I think we have enough now. Let's see. Oh, we don't. We need 26 more. I don't think we're going to get it here because we're not going to get our threat meter back up probably before the time ends. 9 minutes left? Probably not. It took us 15 minutes earlier to get it back up all the way.
Not ready yet.
No, I'm just in HotA because I'm trying to do this journey thing that you got to do of killing these guys after you get your threat meter to max. Like right there, they're gonna spawn some more of them, I hope. I need 26 more. It's this one right here. It's Thorn in Hell, this one. I need 26 more of these. Defeat monsters while at max threat level during Helltide. So yeah, that's what I'm doing now. Yeah, once you get up to, I'm the same way, Heartless. Once I get to, if I go down to T3, boom, you know, Darrell's down in 3 shots, 4 shots, you know. But once you get to Torment 4, it's yesterday when we tested him during the stream, he was making it to second wave, and I'm like, he should never, ever, ever make it to second wave. So I knew right away. That's how I gauge my build is if I can take how fast I take Darrell down, because I've been doing this for so long. I know how long it should take. So I knew right away my damage is way too low right now. And we'll go test him again here today. Threat meter's not gonna get back up. Big lag right there. See that? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Big lag. Big lag right there. More. What time is it? Are they getting to roll that patch out? Maybe that's what's gonna happen here. I don't think so. It's still too early. Yeah, Cataclysm Druid is supposed to be incredible, bro. You hate pits too, man. I hate them. What about making a dungeon work like pits where you can set higher levels for better loot? With raising back there too. Yeah, see, that would be, again, it's going to give us some type of endgame content. Any idea, I think, is better than no idea.
Not ready yet.
Honestly, Blizzard, from what I know, talking with my contact, is they honestly think they have in-game content. They don't understand what people are complaining about. They believe that the dungeons are, the bosses are the in-game content, and I'm like, no. I tried to give them the example of the monoliths on Last Epoch, which are pretty fun. I tried to tell them about maps, you know, in PoE. I tried to tell them about, what was the other one? About mining in PoE 1, about heist in PoE 1. All of these, don't steal those ideas, but those are just like ideas to give you ideas, but obviously they have no clue. I mean, really, they don't.
I need more time. Will be tested. Not ready yet.
PoE 2? Are you kidding me? Just go watch my videos on YouTube, bro. I did PoE 2. I was a PoE 1 guy. PoE 1 is way better than PoE 2, I'm sorry to say, but it's way better. PoE 2 was absolutely nothing new for the PoE 1 veteran. Nothing. In fact, it was made dumbed down for people because they were too scared of PoE 1. So they made it a dumbed down version. They do. I hate it. I'm sorry, but PoE 2 is not a better game than PoE 1. I find it funny when people say it is, because I'm like, well, it's not. I mean, crafting is better in PoE 1. Everything is better in PoE 1. Everything. So, I mean, but PoE 2 is early, but the core mechanics of the game are not going to change. And that is, the ruins are absolutely stupid. The passive skill tree has really been weakened a lot. The gem system change is horrendous. I mean, I could go on and on and on. It's just a dumbed down version of PoE 1 with nothing really new. Still segmented worlds, not an open world still. I mean, I was extremely excited about it. The second that they announced that you could download it and play it, but was very disappointed. Very disappointed. So when you talk about in-game content, PoE 2 only has maps. PoE 1 is where the in-game content was. It had mining, it had maps, it had heists. I mean, PoE 1 is where there was a lot of in-game choices. But again, PoE 2 is early. I'm sure most of that in-game choices will be coming to it, but I don't think I'll be going back and playing PoE 2 again without some really major changes in the game, because I just didn't enjoy it at all. We started running maps, and then this season got released, and we've done every season, and we're like, good, thank God. Took me out of this game. This is not what I want to be playing. And I thought it was, we really thought it was pretty easy. I mean, that's why I say it's just a dumbed down version, because everything was pretty cake throughout the game. I mean, maps were hard. Don't get me wrong. The maps, once you got the maps, that was hard. But everything up until that point wasn't. And the ascendancy sucked. That sucked too. But I mean, there wasn't that much. I would say PoE 2 was so hard. But those same people who like PoE 2 that said PoE 1 was hard, that's the crowd that GGG wanted right there. I mean, I think it's funny where everybody's hyping on PoE 2, and it's so same a lot, not all of them, but very many of them go, well, I didn't play PoE 1, it was too hard, I didn't like it. Well, yeah, but you like PoE 2 now, don't you? That's exactly what GGG was going for, and they accomplished it. I mean, I give them kudos for that. But they lost a lot of veterans, I believe. In fact, you know, if you go to the forums right now, there's a lot of veterans that are complaining about, hey, I'm not going to play PoE 2, don't like it. I want you to update PoE 1. I want a new season in PoE 1. And GGG is telling them no, and it's becoming a big, huge fight on the forums about it. And me, I'm just like, I'll just walk away. I'm like, I don't, there's too many other games that I'm willing to play. I mean, I'm super excited about the new Battlefield right now, but it's getting ready to get tested, which anybody can play. At first they said it was going to be invite only. Now all you got to do is go to Battlefield Labs, and you'll see that you can register and be an early player there. I think it looks pretty cool. They're using the new Real Engine to create the game, and I think it really looks interesting.
Not ready yet.
But it's definitely, it's not an ARPG. I mean, you're talking about a shooter game. I don't think we've ever gotten the XOL ruin yet. All right, so we're down to 2 seconds, 1 second. That's it. I don't think we made it. We'll look. Well, you can think PoE 2 is better if you want. I disagree. I think it blows compared to PoE 1. PoE 1 is so superior over PoE 2 for so many reasons. But they made a dumbed down version of PoE 1 for players because players were complaining that PoE 2 was too hard. PoE 1 was too hard and too intimidating and blah, blah, blah. So they made PoE 2 to appease those people, and those people are loving it, which is great. I'm glad that's what they wanted to do. They did it. Awesome. Where are we at here? 26 more. So we're still gonna have to go and do one more of these stupid things. It's like, yeah, I mean, that's the truth. I mean, I agree, Big Hurt. It's, what is it? Okay. Let's see. What? I think we'll wait on that. We'll wait on doing that for now.
And let's go do my most favorite thing in the whole world, which is the pit.
We apart, huh?
Okay, so let's do this. And we already lowered this down to 75, right? Yeah, 80 right here. These are pretty quick, so we'll just keep it right there for now. We'll probably need to go do a nightmare too. Oh, no, what? You know what? We won't. We'll go do Undercity after this. Still, in my opinion, probably one of the best ARPG games out there right now. I think Last Epoch did a really good job. I know their new season is getting ready to start. There were some things about Last Epoch that were kind of funky, but I mean, they did a really good job with it, and it wasn't like full of bugs or anything. The monolith endgame content was actually really fun. I mean, quite honestly, after playing PoE 2, I still choose, and I do choose PoE 1 over PoE 2, but I also would choose Last Epoch over PoE 2 because I think PoE 2's got a lot more cooking than it needs to do. And I think if you just go and read the forums, or even better yet, go read Steam, there's a lot of reviewers that are longtime PoE 1 players that are saying pretty much the exact same thing I'm saying. Some are saying even more. They're not saying it as nice as I'm saying it. You know, they really feel like GGT kind of caved into a market that
I understand why GGT did it, and I agree with their move. You know, they wanted to get people. Too many people were scared of PoE 1. They were just intimidated by it, and so they wanted to make it easier, and they did. They made the game a lot easier to play, to understand, and to use. Way simpler, but I personally still think PoE 1 is superior.
Not ready yet. Let's wait.
I don't want this shrine because I hate that spark kind of whatever the hell that is, that little lightning thing.
seems to me like it does shitty damage compared to what I'm able to do on my own.
Not ready yet. Not ready yet.
Last season, no, I'm sorry, season 5, I left mid-season PoE, I'm sorry, Diablo 4. Mid-season we left because we got everybody geared up with mythics, everybody was good. We left and we went and played Once Human, which was actually super fun. It was a really different type of game. And we played the first Descendants, which I wouldn't recommend that game too much. It was more of just a grinding game, grind. Even worse than this game. And then we went and played PoE 1. And then last season we left and went and played PoE 2. And then this season started and we came back here, which we were ready to get out of PoE 2. It was too many pieces about it that I just did not like. But I hear a lot of people telling me, go play PoE 2. Well, here's my idea. Go watch my videos and you'll see I played PoE 2. If you watch my videos long enough, you'll see I played Last Epoch. You'll see I played Lost Ark. You'll see that I've played them all.
Not ready yet.
Okay. We got turned around in here. We have to go all the way back. We're way ahead on time here, so we ain't got a whole lot to worry about. There it is. There's the crash again. This is exactly how we ended the stream yesterday, right there. Application needs to exit Diablo 4. See, they've got a memory link, which they've admitted that they have. See, so there you go, right there. That's what's been happening a lot. So that's scary stuff right there, especially when I'm running an RTX video. So that's where we end the stream. And obviously, we may not come back up with this game tomorrow because I said, if it continues to crash, I'm not playing it. And so this is now the 5th day in a row that it's crashed after their stability fix, which has made it way worse. So with that, we are going to go ahead and end the stream right now. And we're going to be back tomorrow, but honestly, I'm not sure we're going to be with this game. Well, we may go to a different game entirely because this has gotten to a point where if it crashes, I don't play it. And I had the question asked to me yesterday, didn't PoE 2 crash for you? Never. We didn't have any problems with PoE 2. However, in PoE 2, I went in and immediately changed the settings from DirectX to Vulkan because Vulkan is just much better. And we never had an issue, although I did see a lot of other people were having crashing issues, but I never did. This has just gotten out of hand here with this game. So it may be time for us to walk away. All right. So anyways, take care, be safe, be kind, and I will see you all again soon. Adios, everybody. Sorry it's a short stream, but it is what it is. When the game crashes, I'm done.